Have you ever wondered just how many angels it would take to kill a true god and Lord of Mysteries? And whether it's even possible? Because the answer is going to blow your mind, and it's way more complicated than you think. Warning, spoiler ahead. In the Lord of Mysteries universe, angels are insane. We're talking about Sequence 1 and Sequence 2 Beyonders who've achieved complete mythical creature forms. These beings can answer prayers, resist the influence of Spherode, and wield metaphysical power that would make most fictional characters weep. Back in the ancient epics, angels were literally worshipped as subsidiary gods. They're not just powerful, they're walking natural disasters with reality-bending abilities. But then, they're true gods. True gods aren't just stronger angels. No. They're a completely different category of existence. These are Sequence 0 Beyonders who've consumed all three Sequence 1 Beyonder characteristics of their pathway, accommodated their uniqueness, and completed full apotheosis. They don't just have power, they're the embodiment of entire pathways and authorities that mortals and angels can barely comprehend. So here's the million-credit question burning in every theorist's mind. Can angels actually kill a true god? The short answer? Probably not by themselves, unless some very specific, borderline miraculous conditions are met. And here's why this gets absolutely wild. First, understand this. The gap between Sequence 1 and Sequence 0 isn't just big, it's exponential. One deeply versed Redditor put it perfectly. Ascending from Sequence 1 to Sequence 0 isn't like getting a power upgrade. It's like going from being a high-level Beyonder to becoming a metaphysical authority itself. You don't just get stronger stats. You literally transcend into a different plane of existence where you can manipulate entire domains and reshape reality within your authority. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets fascinating. According to extensive fan discussions and lore analysis, here are the theoretical models. Scenario 1, Standard Angels. You would need an army. We're talking about potentially 12 to 24 plus ordinary Sequence 1 angels from different pathways, all working in perfect coordination. And even then, most fans agree you might be able to weaken a true god, but actually killing one? That's a whole different echelon of difficulty. The consensus is that you need at least a full complement of Sequence 1 angels across many pathways just to seriously challenge or restrain a single true god. Scenario 2, Kings of Angels. Now, if we're talking about actual Kings of Angels, the rarest, most powerful angels who've accommodated uniqueness and stand at the very edge of godhood, the number drops, but not by much. You'd still need somewhere between 8 to 10 Kings of Angels from different pathways acting together just to hold a true god in place. Notice I said hold, not kill. That's how massive the power gap is. Scenario 3, the Pseudo-King Formation. Some theorists suggest you'd need 10 or more pathways worth of their full Sequence 1 angels working in concert, forming what fans call Pseudo-Kings of Angels, a roughly equivalent combat force that might approach the power needed to challenge a true god. But here's the kicker that makes all these numbers theoretical at best. True gods have a metaphysical permanence that angels fundamentally lack. True gods embody entire symbolic essences and authorities. They can manipulate whole domains of reality, and they possess a type of existential weight that angels, even in their full mythical creature forms, cannot directly negate. It's not about firepower, it's about the nature of what they are. And this brings us to the most crucial point that hardcore fans always emphasize. Angels can contribute to weakening or destabilizing a true god, maybe shattering Beyonder characteristics, leveraging Dream Realm strategies, or exploiting specific vulnerabilities, but that still doesn't equal killing them outright without some kind of external assistance. In fact, let's look at the historical evidence from the series itself. The most famous example, the fall of the ancient sun god during the Cataclysm. This required the secret organization Rose Redemption, a coalition of approximately 6 kings of angels and 5 gods or near-god level beings, including the Evernight goddess who was already Sequence 0. And even then, the ancient sun god was simultaneously fighting an internal battle against the awakening consciousness of the primordial god Almighty. That's right, it took another true god, multiple kings of angels, divine-level allies, internal sabotage, and perfect concealment just to pull off one divine assassination. Fan theories consistently point out that the only times angels have come close to true god-level feats involve either another Sequence 0's intervention or extremely rare meta-conditions like Dream Realm encounters where true authority is limited, exceptional artifacts or sealed powers, or dual pathway anomalies like Adam and Amon, who are themselves exceptions to the rules, not representatives of standard angels. This means there's no simple army of X-angels equals dead god formula. The cosmology of Lord of Mysteries is specifically built to show that Sequence 0 is fundamentally superior in quality, not just quantity. Angels can fight, resist, contribute, even seriously harm under the right circumstances, but actually kill a true god only under extraordinary, nearly impossible conditions. So here's the bottom line for every Lord of Mysteries fan and lore theorist out there. Angels are powerful beyond imagination. But a true God isn't something that just dies because you threw enough bodies at the problem. At absolute best, to even hope to equalize the fight, you would need multiple pathways, full sequence, 1 angels working in perfect synchronization, potentially 8 to 10 kings of angels from different pathways, almost certainly external assistance from another true God or unique meta conditions. And even then, you're looking at restraining or weakening, not guaranteed victory. The power gap is that insane. And honestly, that's what makes Lord of Mysteries such a masterpiece of power scaling. It respects the weight of divinity. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Do you think a specific true God could actually be felled by an army of angels? Which pathways would you choose? Which kings of angels would make the most impact? The Evernight watches, and so do I. So,